It's the show of the week.
Show of the week, flannel. Did you know Gypsy was written 56 years ago? 56 years, more than half a century. I assume, maybe wrongly, that if you're the kind of person who watches a YouTube channel called Musical Theater Mash, that you've probably listened to Gypsy because it has been revived so many times. I don't know how many times. I'll look up how many times it's been revived. This many times! On Broadway, at least. And so that many people can't be wrong. It's a seminal piece of musical theater history. But here's what I find interesting. When Gypsy came out more than 50 years ago, it was a contemporary piece of musical theater, almost. I mean, the memoir it was based on was only 3 years old at the time, so it was new. And now, well, Gypsy doesn't feel old, but how we tell the story that is Gypsy, a musical fable, has changed over that half a century. I was talking about this briefly with a friend of mine, and if you listen to Merms singing the show more than 50 years ago, and listen to Imelda Staunton singing it now in the West End, it's a different show. And it's the same show, of course, but it's a different show. Yeah, right? It's confusing, and certainly I'm still looking for the right words for it. Something about Gypsy's timelessness doesn't seem to exist in other pieces of musical theater. Other pieces of musical theater are either contemporary, they feel like they should be happening on Broadway right now, or they're period pieces. We go into the theater and accept that they are a product of the time they came from. Gypsy, on the other hand, is more than 50 years old and doesn't feel like a period piece. That's cool. And of course, it's brilliant in its own musical theater frame too. I mean, the ingenious of Let Me Entertain You as both an early show song and then a reprise song with the same words but different lyrics, and it being a completely diegetic song. They know that they're singing it. That alone makes the musical. And then, of course, not to mention the brilliant, seminal, mythical musical theater character that is Mama Rose. So, great musical on its own right, and great musical for 50 years. That's cool, huh? Maybe? I think so. If you click through to the Spotify playlist, you'll find I didn't just pick one recording, it's a mix-up mashup of a whole bunch of songs. No judgment, I didn't put a lot of effort into choosing the different ones, but I don't know, listen to them all. What is it that makes Gypsy timeless? These are the words I don't have, and maybe you do, and maybe you could put them down there, because, you know, that's what we do, right? Cool. I'll see you next week. Bye! I promise this will be the last time I plug this, but if you missed the video that came out this past weekend, I've updated a bunch of Patreon goals, and if you like this sort of stuff, if you like Show of the Week stuff, check them out, because you could be a part of a Google Hangout with me and a bunch of other people where we talk about musical theater. And I think that would be fun, and I want to talk with you about musical theater forever and ever, as Sondheim as our witness. Amen.